Just returning to the subject we've wondered about for so long again, the clocks. As mentioned in previous videos, most of the body cam segments we have seen appear to start after the hour or end before the hour. Or they have the change of the hour muted and we can't hear the bell tower. Of course we don't know if we are seeing full versions and if it's just random coincidence. Lana at Truth and Transparency had a great video about talking to the guy in charge of the bell tower as well. Definitely check that out.
Ethan's red Jeep is there. It's just his Jeep sits back. Okay, it's sitting back there. I promise. The Jeep is there. Okay. So the only people that are out there.
Meanwhile, I chatted with Motorola Solutions to see if they could tell me more. I asked, how do the timestamps work on the body camera videos? I was curious what if anything could make a body camera have a timestamp an hour off from local time, or is that not possible? Does it have to do with a daylight savings time setting or switch? Her answer, okay, this is what I could find to answer your question. Timestamps on body camera videos can be incorrect or an hour off from local time due to a mismatch between the system time and the device profile time zone settings. For example, if the system time is set correctly to Central Time with a 5-hour offset, but the device profile shows a 6-hour offset, the video timestamps will display incorrectly. Adjusting the device profile's recording behavior time zone to align with the system time resolves this discrepancy. The system uses configured time zones, for example Greenwich Mean Time minus 5 hours Central Time, America, Chicago, to display timestamps, and incorrect settings can cause timestamps to appear 1 hour behind or show Central Standard Time instead of Central Daylight Time despite correct system time. Therefore it is possible for a body camera to have a timestamp an hour off from local time if the device profile time zone is not properly aligned with the system time zone. And I asked, so the system is set for Greenwich Mean Time minus 8 hours for Northern Idaho time zone, and then daylight savings time is automatically changed when it happens? Or it changes automatically internally in the system, I mean? Or does the local user have to set both things? She answered, it changes automatically, but if, for any reason, there is no automatic update, the agency will have to call us to get it fixed. I asked, also, does the local user just grant access to anyone they choose to adjust settings, or is that all done remotely by someone else? Answer, it has to be an administrator in the system. And yes, they can give access to the technician, in this case. Question. So when the user gets the service, they set it up with you guys to their time zone. Then if they notice daylight savings doesn't happen, they call to get it fixed? They can't fix that. Answer, yes, correct. I then asked if she could see what the settings were on November 13th, 2022 on the police body cams, but of course I knew she probably wouldn't be able to tell me. And unfortunately, I was right. Also I should have asked, in this case, it wouldn't have been a case of the body cam clock not being set back, it would have been a case of it being set back twice. If it was the body cams that were wrong. So if the body cam timestamps were right, the officers were at the Taylor Avenue Banfield stop from roughly 2:53 a.m. to 3:16 a.m. The officers' report, MPD document number 10, said they circled around the Queen Road apartments passing the house multiple times, before that. So before 2:53 a.m. But the cameras in the neighborhood don't show them or any other light-colored sedans circling prior to 2:53. The neighborhood cameras show light-colored sedans circling from 3:30 to 4:20, according to the neighborhood video that has been released. The officer stated in his report number 10 that they cleared the Banfield contact at 3:32. But we know that their body cam shows them seemingly getting back in their car at 3:16 and arriving at their next stop, Identity Apartments, at 3:31. Identity Apartments is a 2-minute drive from the Banfield.
D.
I wasn't trying to do anything.
What happened to your head? This? Oh, dude, weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, I swear to God, that was 3 weeks ago. Story of my life.
You're good. Date of birth?
Yep.
Between leaving the band field at 3:16 and arriving at the identity apartments at 3:31, leaves a roughly 15-minute gap. The patrol car could have re-entered the King Road neighborhood, or patrolled elsewhere. However, no light-colored sedans are seen circling by the house until 3:30-ish. If the body cam time is correct, it is unlikely but not completely impossible that the 3:31 car could have been the patrol car, if the neighborhood clocks are off by a matter of a minute and some seconds, for example. If the body cams are correct, the patrol vehicle could not have been the 3:39 car in the King Road neighborhood, because they are at identity apartments at that time. They could, however, have returned to the neighborhood in time for the 3:57 or 4:05 passes. They could have been on Indian Hills at 3:26, where the alleged suspect vehicle was seen on residential cameras. And they would have passed the A&W one way or another while patrolling near the identity apartments. And they did in fact speak to the guy at identity about picking up a street sign at the Sunset Mart. That's where another car sighting allegedly was. So where were the patrol cars on the street cams at these times, in order to rule out that they were mistaken for a suspect vehicle? As far as the 3:45 view of a car passing the Troy Road Mobile Station, again, if the body cam timestamp is correct and the Mobile Station timestamp is correct, the police undercover vehicle wouldn't be the vehicle seen on that camera if they are at the identity apartments at that time on body cam. However, that car did resemble their vehicle as well, although many viewers commented that it looked more like a Prius. Now let's consider if the body cam clocks are set back 1 hour too far, and they were actually at the band field from 3:53 to 4:16, and at the identity apartments from 4:31 to 4:52. Which sightings could have been the patrol car in that scenario? It seems they could have been the first two passes of the light-colored sedan by the house. I'm not sure if they could have been back between 4:16 and 4:31 in this scenario. At least as far as we know from video provided to us so far, it seems only the 4:05 car enters during that span of time, and the patrol car would still have been at the band field at 4:05. Incidentally, in this scenario, the officers are at the band field during almost exactly the same alleged time frame as the crime. The band field is just steps from the house. There are steps directly connecting the two. In this scenario, if the other cameras have accurate local time, the patrol car could have been the 3:26 and 3:28 cars, then conceivably could have been back to the King Road neighborhood for the 3:31 and 3:39 loops, and even back to be the 3:45 car at the mobile station, before arriving at the Banfield stop. As always, this is only my best estimate based on the limited public information we have, and I hope I haven't made too many errors. I encourage you to look into all the facts yourself. All people mentioned or pictured on my channel are presumed innocent. I include links in my video descriptions for the official documents in the case and other recommendations. Thank you for watching.